So, bad reviews, you're going to get them. But before we do that, before we get into my bad review this week, here's some fun stuff of me scaring employees.
Ah!
Fucking Christ, dude.
That was great.
Ah! Okay, so the reason why I'm making this video is because I got a bad review this past week. So I'm going to go over that, my feelings about it, and then kind of explain what you should do with these bad reviews. Basically, this lady called, I think 1 day, 2 days before her event, and needed 24 white padded chairs and 4 5-foot rounds. So we looked at, our where we were going on Friday, and we saw that we could do it. So I said yes. She paid the deposit, and then later after the delivery, I charged the card for the rest of it. It was kind of like a sketchy house and everything. I kind of felt like, I don't want my chairs and tables here, but whatever. So we do it, and then we go to pick it up, and we can't find anyone for like 5 minutes, knocking on doors. I'm looking in the backyard, and then finally someone comes down and says, he'll be right out to unlock the garage. It was a sketchy looking garage, really sketchy lock that looked like someone tried to break in it before, but that doesn't matter. He opens the garage, and then all my chairs are just on the ground. And the whole garage is like dirty. It's wet in there. There's mud. All the chairs, I start picking them up, and they're all just filthy. So we go to grab a paper towel and a Greenworks spray, and I'm going to clean them. But as I'm going through, they're just really, all of them are just really bad. Now, there was like 10 on the dolly that we left. We leave a carpeted mover's dolly so that they can be stacked back up for us to pick up. But the 10 that were there were like this way, that way, blah, 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 like all over the place. And then the guy is trying to like help, and he starts carrying chairs over to the truck to load in. I'm like, no, we got to put them on the dolly. And then so he starts trying to put the dolly on the truck, and I'm like, no, we need to fix all these chairs. And I was just getting mad at this point. Like, all my chairs, it takes an hour to go through a stack of white padded chairs with a magic eraser and clean them. And so I'm just getting mad. And my friend Matt, he's going to watch this, and he knows how I get when I'm mad. Basically, I was just like going like this a lot, like not looking at the guy, just getting more and more mad. And he just keeps trying to talk to me. And then I finally turn to him and I say, listen, man, I'm effing pissed. All these chairs are just thrown on the ground. And he immediately gets defensive, and he goes, well, it's not my effing problem, blah, blah, blah. I don't even remember what he said. But I'm like, how's it not your problem? He's like, I didn't order these chairs. My sister ordered these chairs. This is not my problem. I don't care. Don't start coming at me, guy. And I'm like, whose house is it? He's like, my house. I'm like, so it is your problem. You just threw all my chairs in the mud. And I told him it takes an hour to go through. And he's like, you want me to call my sister? I'm like, no, man, I got her card. I'm just going to charge her a cleaning fee. And so he like storms off. We got the chairs on the stack, got them in the warehouse right now with some caution tape on them, which means they got to be cleaned. I closed his garage. I put the padlock back on to make sure his garage is locked because he just went off. He went in and called his sister to complain about me. I called his sister and got voicemail and left. By that moment, I collected myself and I said, listen, all the chairs were on the ground. I know it's not your fault. They're all dirty. I'm going to charge a $20 cleaning fee. So she never heard the message, and she calls me back, and she is kind of mad at me. She doesn't want to pay the cleaning fee. And I say, listen, we would normally charge more than this. All the chairs are filthy. And she goes, well, if I knew you were coming, I would have went out and cleaned them. No, you wouldn't have. Like, you didn't know they were dirty. They were in your brother's garage. So I offered, you can come to the warehouse and clean them if you want. Otherwise, we're going to charge $20. And she goes, well, $20 is fine. That's okay. No problem. Go ahead. And by the end of the conversation, she's kind of laughing. I'm making jokes to her, and she's making jokes to me. And at the end, I said, well, thanks for renting from us anyways. And I'm glad we were able to do your event on such short notice. And she was like, oh, yeah, thank you. Thank you for so much for getting that done. So I left, and I wasn't going to charge the card yet. I was going to wait a few days because I was afraid of a chargeback for the whole order. So I just have it on my desk waiting to get charged the $20. And I'm sitting in bed, and I get a Gmail notification that I got a review. I go on and it's her, and she gave me a 1-star review with no explanation or anything, whatever. And no, like, she didn't type anything. She's just mad that I'm charging the $20, and probably mad that, like, you know, it's kind of an asshole to her brother. I kind of get asshole-ish when I get mad. So I got this 1-star review. It brings me down to 4.6 out of 5 or something on Google. Most of the reviews are good. It's just kind of crazy that usually when anything bad happens, that's when people go on and leave a review. Very rarely, unless you ask, does someone go on and leave a good review, unless they were really blown away. So I got a lot of good reviews on there. But, you know, I got a 1-star this week, and she didn't type anything. So, anyways, what to do when you get a bad review? Nothing. Don't write back some sort of response. Don't call them up. Don't, like, yell at them. Don't whatever. Just let it go. You just gotta let it go. You'll get bad reviews. You're gonna mess up. You're gonna do something wrong. You're gonna deliver dirty chairs on accident. They're not gonna like you or the way you did something, or that you might have been late dropping off or picking up or something. So just don't do anything. Just let it go. Just try to get rid of that review by asking a bunch of people to do good reviews. So last year I got a bad review because I canceled an event on someone. Basically, we show up and it was just this not an ideal location for this tent. It was half in the parking lot, half on the sidewalk. They didn't have hoses ready for the water barrels. It was in a bad neighborhood. I nowhere to put the things in overnight, the chairs and tables and stuff. So I thought, you know, those are going to get stolen. Maybe the tent's going to get messed with. This is the kind of neighborhood it was. So I canceled on them like last second when we were there. And I was just like, we're not doing this. I don't like this neighborhood. You have nowhere for any of this stuff. I can't have this out here. I'm pretty sure I need a permit to be on the sidewalk. Like, I can't be covering the sidewalk. So canceled. They left a bad review. Understandable. And I went in after, because you can react to it, and I, you know, explained my situation. I said, this review is absolute correct. I canceled on them. It's because it was a bad neighborhood, no place to put the things. I didn't feel comfortable being there. So that review was justified. But then after that, I asked a whole bunch of people to go on and leave good reviews that we worked with, and they did. And so it gets rid of the bad ones. So now I'm going to ask a few people that we just worked with recently to go leave some good reviews, and it kind of gets rid of that one. Basically, don't, like on Google, you have to actually do another click to see the reviews. So basically no one sees them, and a lot of people don't judge by like the few bad reviews you have on there if you've got a bunch of other good ones. So don't stress it too much. Don't even think about it. Just let it go. Ask a few people to leave a good one, and then you're fine. Don't get involved in like trying to contact them or trying to get it taken down or whatever. Just let it be and move on. Don't even do what I did to that other one. Don't even respond. I feel like my response was okay because I was like, yes, this review is correct. I did do this. But don't get in there and be trying to argue with the people. Don't call them. Don't do anything. Just let it go, and it's going to be better than trying to deal with it. Just let it go and move on, and hopefully get better reviews. Because like I said, the truth is, most people, when you mess something up, so like you're going to get bad reviews because you messed something up. Those are the people who are most likely to go on and give reviews. You have to actually ask the people that you did good for to go on and leave a review. So just do that. Just ask a few people to go on and leave good reviews, and forget about the bad one. And just move on with your week, with your day, and just forget about it. Anyways, thanks for watching.